Lorian in the house. What's up, bro?
Hello, hello. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Infused Influence live stream as you watch us record our podcast for, our weekly show. I hope you guys enjoy. You'd like to introduce our guest today?
Yeah, bro. Let's dive into it. I will say though, bro, that looks good. I like the changes on the lighting there,
Oh, yeah.
bro.
The lighting changes. Yeah. Just
Eh,
one camera needed a little
a
assistance.
little
There,
adjustment,
there
bro.
were three cameras and it was struggling to
Yeah.
auto do things.
Nah, I feel you, bro. All right, cool. So I'm gonna put these levels down. Hit record.
What up, y'all? You're now listening to Infused Influence, where we're infused by weed culture, cannabis business, and its politics through conversations with special guests. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
All right, we are back with Infused Influence on WICN. I'm your host, or co-host, Ulysses. We're joined with Lorian. What's up, bro?
Hello, hello.
What's
Thank
good
you.
to you?
Oh, that's our guest too.
Our guest is ready to go.
I guess, yeah, man. So let me give a formal introduction since we, you know what I'm saying? So this young man and I, we met, I don't even know, probably like, was it pre-pandemic or right around the pandemic? After. Right around?
right at,
like,
right at the end.
right, like towards the end,
Yeah.
things were weird. Like
Yeah.
masks were coming off, you know what I'm saying?
Still 6 feet.
Yeah, still 6 feet, social distancing. You know what I'm saying? And the homie came through with a lot of talent. Actually, a whole crew, bro. He's got a whole crew. And it's crazy because your boy's from well, no, one of them's from Connecticut, right?
Yeah.
And the other kid's from Rhode Island.
No, he's from Queens.
He's from
Oh,
New York
from
as well.
Queens.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay. What part of Queens do you know?
I think he lives over. Damn, he's gonna kill me. I forgot.
Is it closer to Long Island or is it closer to the city? Like, you know
I
how
think it's
Queens
like
is.
smack in the middle.
Smack in the middle.
Yeah.
All right.
But Lorian, he's from New York too, bro.
Oh, you're from New York.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Where in New York?
I'm from the Bronx.
You're from the Bronx. Okay.
See,
Shout
clap
out
it up.
Bronx.
Shout out for Jay Fresh is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. So when I say talent, I meant that they all came with their own talent. Cause, well, actually, you were all chefs.
Yeah.
Right,
we're
you guys
chefs.
all
That's
met.
How we all met in school. Yeah.
Got you. And then your boy, the kid from Connecticut, is a photographer, right?
Yes, sir.
And then you really like run the brand. You know what I'm saying? Where we've done the more sauce here a couple times. And what's the name of the brand again, bro? EMG.
EMG, everything must go. Yeah.
Everything must go. EMG Essentials. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my boy's been doing it for a little bit, and we ran it back with the sauce here. So let's clap it up for Jay Fresh again, guys. Yeah. Formal introduction. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What do you think of the sauce, bro?
It's good. It's good. It's interesting. You have to there's different ways to cook with it.
Yeah.
I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't heat too much. Heating it up too much can mess with it. But
Right.
when you do it in the sauce, when you mix it with chicken wings or something,
Right.
bomb.
Is that what you recommended to mix it after the chicken's cooked?
I would say so, yeah. Just to keep the THC safe because everybody cooks differently. Some people only cook on hot.
Right.
Exactly.
Nah, for
Definitely,
real.
I would do that. But yeah, that's the dope thing about condiments is you definitely get a lot more versatility. So you get to choose if you want to put it on burger, fries, tenders, wings, fish, so on and so forth. So
Bomb on fish. Fried fish. with
Bomb
that,
on
that's
fish.
bomb.
Yo, you tried it, bro?
Yeah, I have it in my. I tell you, I have it in my. Every time I use my air fryer, pull out the sauce real quick.
Yeah,
quick.
that's
I add
it.
a little extra hot sauce to it because I like sauce super spicy, and
Respect.
Yeah,
you
that's
have,
what's
you have to be
up.
nice to the people, not make it too spicy. But you know me.
Bro, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So tell us about your journey. And by the way, for our guests here, WICN, tune in WICN as well. Jared's been on our show before. It's probably been maybe like 2 years, bro.
yeah, just about. I
You know what I'm
think this
saying?
might be the third time,
For real?
maybe.
Oh, man, we got to clap that up, bro.
Oh.
He's an OG.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. For real.
We got 3 co-hosts on.
Yeah, something like it, bro. Yeah, so for those who might not be familiar with your journey, bro, talk about your journey a little bit, getting here to Massachusetts, but you don't live here, obviously, but by way of New York, as we discussed already, and then in the cannabis space, bro.
I became a chef. Went to Johnson & Wales University. That's where I met a lot of my colleagues who are part of the EMG branding team. So it was cool. It was a great experience. You definitely get a hands-on experience, get to meet a lot of people. Like I tell people, college is a space for networking if you take advantage. No matter if you do good, bad, you get kicked out, you last 8 years, 2 years, 3 years. If you made some good networking, you could, always outsource. So it was definitely great meeting a lot of the team members there. And just seeing how during like the 2010s, the like nicotine gum patches and all that thing, I was like, oh, okay, edibles have to take a turn eventually. I knew it was something that wasn't going to be quick or fast. So yeah, and then I was just thinking of different edibles because I would make Rice Krispie treats, Reese's cups. I'll make Oreo cheesecake clusters, anything pretty much.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But then I was just thinking of things that are versatile to use, but also have a long shelf life. Because the worst is you make certain candies or pastries, and then it's just like, all right, it's been a week. What are we doing here? You feel me? So,
Right.
So yeah, that's where I came across the condiments, and I'm like, all right, this is a perfect sweet spot because you got to use it a couple times a day, but it's also something where you can use it on different things. It's not only towards fish or only chicken or only beef. So,
Right.
so yeah, and then Everything Must Go. That was something where it was me and a few friends chilling, and we were just thinking of a way you could create like a team brand where it has almost all aspects: flour, edibles, all of that fun stuff. And I thought of the name Everything Must Go, watching Don't Mess with the Zohan. So you know how the store is called Going Out of Business?
No, what is that show, bro?
Oh, it's a movie with Adam Sandler. And he plays like a hairstylist from the Middle East, I believe.
But he's like, Zoolander,
it's
bro.
funny.
It's different from Zoolander.
Oh,
But yeah, it's really funny. And one of his friends or people that's from the Middle East where he's from, they own a store called Going Out of Business. So every day people shop there like it's going out of business. So I put a twist on it and came up with Everything Must Go just because when it comes to edibles, everything must go. Like at some point you got to put it on sale and get get the new batch started. So yeah, and it's a cool brand. Definitely liked how we branched off into doing EMG Essentials, which are hemp biodegradable rolling trays, grinders. We also have filter tips, rice paper, stuff like that. So it's definitely been a cool journey just watching the buildup of everything, finding ways to get in the industry without growing flower.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. No, that's special, bro. So I think your story is interesting because you're from New York, you live in Rhode Island now, and here you are with a product in Massachusetts. How has that been across all 3 different markets and watching them all mature at this point? Because New York is different than as you guys know.
You can tell about Rhode Island too. Isn't Rhode Island a little backwards? I remember I went to the movies one time and they had that Dare program commercial at the movies. I'm like, and this was like 2020. I'm like, I'm like, did I go back in time?
That's weird.
But I would definitely say being stretched out between the 3, it's definitely cool to see the different markets, demographic. And now that everyone has followed a little bit after Massachusetts, Rhode Island came recently, so did New York. It definitely makes it easier to transition, and then they see how we're actually, participating in the industry, and so then it gives us that extra leg up of when we go to these places and promo and talk to them, because everybody loves the sauce when they try it. It's just finding the sweet spot of milligrams where people can get high, but just high enough.
Right.
Because everybody wants to get too high. But then you realize not everybody wants to do that. Only a few people want to get too high.
Right.
A lot of people want to cruise control. I call them middle lane drivers.
Yeah.
They want to go the speed limit. And that's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
Right.
So,
have you guys been able to get the sauce or produce the sauce in other markets like in New York or Rhode Island yet?
No, but we're definitely looking. We're talking to a few people out there. So definitely trying to get that going.
That's what's up.
Luckily enough for what we do, it doesn't really take too much. We just need a kitchen
space.
much.
Yeah. Now, I'm happy that we're able to help out and push it forward, bro. Because, for us, we have a kitchen that's underutilized. So, of course, anyone that comes through with talent and a vision, it's like, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to make it pop, bro.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate it, because it's hard out here. And, we definitely appreciate the opportunity and chance for sure. So, give a legal way to show the talents and display them.
Right. Cause my boy was pushing P.
I'm about to say, you sound like you was a college plug.
Yeah, basically. Let's keep it a buck, bro.
Sound like I went to a party, I needed an edible, and you hit the corner with a whole.
Yeah, a whole shit. Could you imagine that? Going to school as a chef and this nigga
That's
likes
what I was
weed,
saying.
bro.
Because I had one friend that would always pull up to every party we throw
With edibles.
selling the edible. I'm like, all right, whatever, do your thing.
Yeah.
You're definitely that.
This nigga, that's him right here, bro.
Shout out to that, though. I
Yeah,
love
for
hustlers,
real.
man. That's what you gotta do.
Nah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's cool because it's still interactive with what I do as a chef. It's not like I have to change the lane or do something completely different. So it's cool how it's all within the same field and same realm. So I'm definitely excited, especially with the new potential licensing that they might add to Massachusetts.
Yeah.
With
Social consumption?
and the
big
entertainment.
one.
Bro. So for those on the internet that are watching, you know, I usually wear graphic tees and hoodies. I'm wearing this today because I was at a policy talk with a bunch of senators and House reps, and we were discussing social consumption. And it is interesting, bro. Like, especially for us specifically because we have a restaurant, like a real, like, we get Board of Health, all that shit here, even though we have a dispensary. So to be able to think about like what it would look like to consume from an edible perspective, because you know we talked about this last week, bro. I do not want people here burning it down. That sounds very counterproductive. You know what I'm saying? But like if you got some food, you
Yeah,
feel me, bro?
that's
If you got
perfect.
a drink, you know what I'm saying? Like slow and low and slow. You know, it's different than being here for hours. Just like, yeah, you feel me? So there's definitely a lane when it comes to social consumption for sure, bro.
Yeah.
And I have a quick question. Since you're from New York, do you know of the some of the restaurants that kind of serve infused, like restaurants? You know, because that was big in New York for a little bit, right?
Yeah, it definitely was. I know. I think it's Stoneleigh or Stoneleigh
Yeah,
Pizza.
yeah, it was
That
like
one
Stoneleigh
that-
Pizza. Yeah, that was. I've been. Yo, that's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look glad you know. Yo, he knows.
And there's actually another one that I seen recently, and they have like three floors, and each floor is a little different.
That's
so I think
ill.
one floor you can like
That's
smoke on, one
fire.
floor you can eat edibles on.
That's crazy.
Yeah, after the show, I'll look it up because I had DM'd them just to like see what they're doing over there. But yeah, so it's definitely that's gonna be the next thing. When people tell me they want to get in the industry and own a dispensary or grow, I'm like, I hear you, but social consumption. You get a spot where people can just pull up and smoke,
Right,
You know,
right.
even like Summer Lounge over down the street. You know,
Right.
like, it's definitely like a cool space. You get to meet people, network, and stuff like that. So different ways to get in the industry without going all the way to the top.
Right. So, Lauren, you mentioned what was the pizza spot?
What was the name of the pizza?
Oh, Stoneleigh.
Stoneley's.
Stoneleigh?
Stoneley's.
Because you said they used to. Like, are they not operating anymore?
Well, I haven't gone to one in a long time, and
Oh, really?
like the hype died down
Down
a
a little
lot.
bit?
It used to
Yeah.
be like hot.
All
like,
the crave,
I used to think they were getting.
waiting
Is this
list.
legal? Like I used
It
to
is because
question
it's not.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was way too hot. Like
Bro,
everyone
but-
knew about it. I'm like surprised. Like they're just.
Right. This was years ago, bro.
Yeah,
like, I
this
don't-
was-
like
This is right when it became decriminalized, not legal.
Right.
This is decriminalized, not.
Decriminalized, yeah.
And they were just like, "Word, okay, we have it. We cooking with it." I'm like, "Wait."
yo, because New York is different, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They take it to a new height, bro. Like, you know what I'm
Literally.
saying? So like that little bit of decriminalization change, it just like it's a free for all, bro.
Literally, like, every bodega, smoke shops,
Right.
they had it, and they just used to make sure you're not a cop, and that's it.
And one of my homeboys just breaking down pounds when they got decriminalized, bro. He's sending me
Literally.
pictures. I'm over here sending them metric tags, bro. I'm like, nigga, we compliant over here. He's just like, I got a job now, bro. I'm like, nigga, y'all don't even have laws yet. How you?
For real.
That is too funny. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened, bro.
Everyone was like, "Word, decriminalized." I just walking around with it, like, "Yo, I got that on me." And I'm like, I would come off visiting from here.
Right.
First thing you would see is a bunch of people right at Grand Central selling weed. I'm like, wait, you're right outside Grand Central with all these cops.
Right.
Or you see the weed
They don't
trucks.
care. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
weed
like
trucks,
crazy.
bro.
I'm like, saying like cops really don't. Once it decriminalized, the cops say we got other things to deal with.
Right. Yeah.
So that was kind of cool to see. That was interesting.
Yeah, bro. So we're here at WICN with Jared. This is Infused Influence. We're gonna take a brief break and we'll be right back. All right. We are back with Infused Influence. We're here with Jay Fresh, Jared, EMG Essentials. Let's clap it up for Jared, bro.
What's
You know
up,
what
what's
I'm
up?
saying? You know what I'm saying? This is WICN. We're here just giving you guys information on edibles because my man's he's a real chef, a real chef. Like went to college to cook food. You know what I'm saying? And now he's cooking food with weed. So that's like next level stuff. Have you visited any other like so we talked about New York and Rhode Island. What about any other markets like maybe even on the West Coast? Because like Cali has a social consumption. Have you been out to Colorado? Have you experienced it there?
I've been to Vegas recently. I went there for my birthday.
Oh, that's what's up.
And we actually went to the I don't know if it's Mike Tyson's dispensary or the one he's associated with, where they have the consumption lounge on the spot.
What was that experience like, bro?
It was cool. It was different, especially because Summit Lounge, you know, a different style. You bring your own stuff, you do your own thing.
Right.
There, you have to buy their stuff in
Right.
order to consume there.
It'd be the same here in Massachusetts.
Yeah,
bro.
so it's not bad. It's definitely cool. It was a different experience. It was a nice lounge area. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was just wasn't, I guess, as packed out, I guess I would think it would be.
Right.
It was a few people, probably like 10 people inside the consumption area, but it was cool. It was a cool experience.
Smoking?
Yeah, you can smoke anything. They have bongs you can rent, rigs you can rent.
Wow.
I'm like, what?
Renting.
I'm like, rent's a problem. I'm like, okay. You better clean that well.
Yeah, for real. That's the first thing I thought
like
about.
Those the disposable mouthpieces like they do for the hookah lounges.
Right.
Is that what they do?
No.
No. Oh, they just.
It just looks clean.
Hey.
But yeah, I think we ended up just getting a couple pre-rolls, and that was really it.
Right.
Like we got some extra flour as well, but we just didn't roll it up. But yeah, it was a cool experience. It was definitely like a nice, relaxing space. They had a couple movies on. It was chill.
Were there any restrictions on the amount that you can buy?
Yes, I'm not sure if it was an ounce in like per person or if it was 2 ounces, but I want to say ounce.
Gotcha. But you guys weren't even close to.
No, yeah. Because for us, we were just like taste testing, trying out a bunch of stuff. So we try not to commit to getting a lot of weed just in case, you know.
Right.
It might not be a fancy.
Right.
So
Right. Interesting. You mentioned Mike Tyson. So it was his lounge or his brand was
I think his brand was there. I don't know. You know, people nowadays they'll say, "Oh, Mike Tyson's dispensary," but his brand might just be there or something like that. So
I have
Might
to
just
look
be an
into it.
investor or something like that too. That's a lot of times you invest in something, they want to use your name.
exactly, yeah. So
All right. Well, Mike Tyson, he does have an edibles brand, bro.
Yeah.
yeah,
he
I seen
does
the
it.
ear.
That's a funny product.
It is funny. It's a little, I love Iron Mike, bro. At the same time, it's like super gimmicky.
Yeah.
You know?
It is, yeah.
There's no question that he's a legend. This is no shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want no smoke because, like, just understanding his story from the kid to where he is now, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, like, there are a lot of people in the space who think that celebrity kind of supersets the like the ground level people who've been putting work in. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So just because it's like Chris Brown was one of them.
Yeah, he had to.
He had a brand, and I remember reading this thing on LinkedIn, and someone was so pissed and so passionate about not making sure he popped off and like made it to this convention, bro, because he was supposed to be like a guest speaker at this convention, and someone was like, I don't support him in general, but like definitely not in this space. You know what I mean? But I love Chris Breezy, bro. I love Chris Breezy too. You know what I mean? I just understand what these people are saying. It could be anybody. You know what I mean? They could say the same about Wiz Khalifa, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we over here trying to do our thing, bro. But it's like just because they got a name that's in entertainment, you feel me? So
it crosses over here and it makes it unfair for sure.
Right, bro. Yeah.
And the capital, which is, a lot of people's biggest thing.
Right.
So it's just like, it definitely is a cheat code for them.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I don't know if it's a cheat code, bro, because I haven't seen much sustainable success
Exactly.
from those brands.
I think really what it is people taking advantage of those celebrities saying, hey, look, I'm manufacturing these cool things. Let's use your gimmick. And they're really the ones making up the money. And because Mike Tyson doesn't really have to do it, he's not sitting in his basement making
gummies,
edibles.
bro.
Like, someone else is doing that for him.
Yeah.
Not even in a fact, whatever they're doing with their machine, he doesn't have to worry about any of that. They're just going, hey, if you give us some money, you're going to make this back because of this gimmick. That's all they're really, I don't think he's that passionate about ear gum. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, he could be about gummies, but definitely not
not
ear
the ear
gum.
part. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think if he was that passionate, he probably has invested in other gummies where they're not using his name because it's not a gimmick.
That's true.
It's probably a real product, and he probably just makes a little money off.
Yeah, that's
that
true,
investment,
bro. I mean, and we're sitting here talking because we have. I mean, you know this. We rolled out the more sauce Damn, it had to have been 3 years ago, bro. At this point, because it was our second year. It was our 1 year anniversary.
Yeah. Yep.
Right,
Yeah.
and we rolled out the more sauce with the homies from New York, as well. Which what am I thinking about? The Run DMC, the
Jam Master
Jam
Jay.
Master J's, bro. The Jam Master J's,
you
bro.
You were talking about that a lot back then.
Yeah,
I remember that.
bro. Yeah, so that's like a product to me. To me, it's just sustainable, bro, because it's not. It's the dad's liking and name, but like his kids are the one that's pushing it. You know what I'm saying? And they've sustained it. They've been in other markets, New York, Michigan, Colorado. You know what I mean? And for them, it's a legacy thing. So like, I'm not even trying to like shamelessly plug the fact that we manufacture them here. You know what I'm saying? But like, I do look at that as like a sustainable like liking brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Compared to the others out there. And his story is completely different. As someone that was assassinated and was really he was out there, bro. I don't know if y'all follow the story, bro, but like, homeboy was, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was a DJ, but he was outside, feeding his family, bro. I mean, you guys probably know this from being from New York, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. One of those legacies, bro. So what's next? What's next with why don't you tell us about what we got here, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this, bro?
So we entered the oh damn now.
Not the Harvest Cup.
No, we just submitted the entry for the Harvest Cup.
Got you. Nikan. This is Nikan, right?
Yeah, this is the Cup of Champions, Nikan. Yeah.
Nikan, got you, bro.
Cup of Champions. So we placed third in the beverage category.
That's what's up.
So yeah, it was cool.
Nice.
First competition.
That's
of
what's
many.
up. I'm gonna show the viewers here just about the auto switch. This is it right here.
How does it work? You go. They just taste test it
Yeah.
at the event or before, and then they come up with.
Before and
Okay.
then at the event, that's when they let people know who won, placed which in what category.
Oh, okay. So people can vote at the event too, or is it just their
so
votes?
I'll say this: every competition is a little different.
Okay.
So there's some competitions like I know Best in Grass. That one is more like a judge kit.
Okay.
So that one, we would have to prepare, let's say, 200 samples, and then people would judge. But this one, for the Cup of Champions and the Harvest Cup, we only had to submit like 15, 20 submissions.
Okay.
So it's just like, I guess they have a board of people who
Yeah,
test
they
them and
taste
taste
it.
it,
That
test
makes
it out,
sense.
and stuff like
is
that. So yeah, it was cool.
How many entries, bro?
I'm unsure for the Cup of Champions, but that's something I'm trying to figure out.
Gotcha,
Just because
gotcha.
that's the coolest thing I feel like.
Oh, of course.
I'm
I mean, if you went
beat
against
out.
like 50 people, you took third compared to like 5 people.
Yeah.
But it's just for beverages, you said?
Yeah.
So there had to have been at least 20, bro. At least. At my guess.
Yeah, and it was a cool experience. It was definitely a great setup. The ceremony, they had free ice cream. They had a bunch of different like cookout food. They had a food truck that was really good as well. A few people playing guitars. It was just a smooth day. And then they also had people making glass, so they were making pipes
Oh,
and
that's
bowls.
cool.
And yeah, it was
That's
really dope.
And this was at Nikan?
No, this was at they did their own ceremony. It was probably a month and a half ago.
Oh, so the same organizers as Nikan,
Yeah.
but just not in March when they usually have
Yeah,
Nikan.
exactly.
Gotcha.
So we will be submitting for that one as well.
Next year.
Next year, yeah.
Gotcha,
that
bro.
is the plan.
No, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up.
Yeah, because hitting a bunch of them, as much of them as possible, that marketing promo, and because as I said, once people taste it, then they lock in. But it's hard for people to like fathom it a little bit, just because it's also not just a straight hot sauce.
Right.
With it being a sweet chili, everybody's when it comes to condiments, people are picky choosy with it.
Right,
So
right.
it's definitely finding that like sweet spot. So yeah, it's definitely an exciting to place.
No, that's cool,
Because
bro.
you're just like standing there chilling high, and you're just like more sauce, a major bloom. It's like, oh shit,
Yeah,
what?
that's what's up. We got the shout out too, bro.
Yeah,
Shout out
for
Major
sure,
Bloom, bro.
for sure.
I didn't know we got the shout out, bro. I'm gonna add that to our credentials as well.
Yeah, now you guys gotta put it out there on the display.
Oh, this is for us, bro.
Yeah,
You leaving this here for real?
yeah.
Yo, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. Nah, I
yeah,
mean, it's
that's
just a
good marketing
platform,
right
bro.
there.
It's just a platform. You know what I'm saying? You really the brainchild behind it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So were there any other sauces that were entered? And then how many sauces are currently on the market, bro? Do you know?
Currently on the market, no, but I know there are a couple different brands of hot sauces, and I think olive oil.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, nothing too much.
Right.
Like as most people keep it in a general sauce, so hot sauce, olive oil, even in other states.
Right.
I've seen it where it was like mostly hot sauces, olive oil, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely want to branch off into having like sweet heat, and maybe next time doing a sweet heat and a duck sauce.
Oh, that's
So
ill,
at least
bro.
for the people who can't tolerate heat at all,
Right.
they have the option and being able to taste what we're able to do.
That's fire, bro.
And then eventually we'll get into salad dressings for sure.
Yo, that's what's up, man. That's what's
You
up.
got to do the ranch.
How do you feel like as a chef? You know how there's like the 4 base sauces?
Yeah.
Why don't you do it with those 4 base sauces and let people
Wait.
make?
Time out, bro. What you over here talking vernacular, bro? Well, you a scientist over here, bro?
cooking, I love cooking too, but in cooking, I guess you learn this in school. I didn't go to culinary school. I'd like to watch videos, so I don't know what the sauces are, but I know there's 4 base sauce, or is it 5 or 4?
5.
5.
One for each flavor, right?
Yeah.
What is it? Wait, what are the 5 base sauces?
Nah, I'm on the spot right now.
Yeah, that's too much on the spot because I don't know exactly their names. Either. Like they're different. There's this sweet, salty. You know, all the
I got you. So different type of flavors.
Umami, different. Like,
And then from those sauces, you're able to build off into other ones.
Right,
So
right,
you're
right.
able to build off into like cream sauce and stuff like
Oh,
that. Yeah.
it's almost like Roy G. Biv, bro. Yeah, your
exactly.
primary colors.
Exactly. Yes.
And then you
exactly.
can start
yeah,
mixing them together to get different colors and shit.
I feel like you could do a little kit like that so people can make. And then have little instructions on it. Like, this is how you make your own high sauce. Like,
Yeah, that's
that'd be so cool.
No, yeah. And the dope thing is that the Cup of Champions, we actually met a packaging company, I guess you could say. And they do like custom weed packaging and boxes and stuff. So, yeah, it was definitely
okay, you
great.
got it.
That's what's
I like
up.
this.
Cause I'll tell you, we missed the mark the first time with the packaging, bro. It was horrible, dude. Like it felt like some fucking street shit, bro. I mean, not even. I bet you had better packaging at your crib, like you know what I'm saying, like
That is
with less
hilarious.
restrictions, bro. And we can kind of talk about those now. We got a few more minutes, just because for our listeners, just to give a little bit of education, because I'm almost certain that we put this together as a tincture and not a topical. So if you can tell us what is the milligrams for this product here.
This is a 6-ounce bottle, and it's 378 milligrams.
300. So rounding up is 800, 400.
400, yeah.
Gotcha. So for those who are not familiar, the Massachusetts regulations will only allow for 100 milligrams per package size for edibles. So this is why you see your gummies, your chocolates, all maxed out at 100 milligrams. However, there are some products and brands that tailor their offering to fit and align more with a concentrate or a tincture, which is what we decided to do here because it's oil based, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Correct. So the definition of a tincture is oil based.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like we're just falling in line with the definition is. But if anyone's looking at our menu and they wonder why it's not under edibles or how we got it to be closer to 400, and that's really why.
Yeah, and we went that way just because like there are a lot of people who when they taste it or they get it, they want to feel that punch and feel that kick. So we definitely feel next time we might lower it a little bit, maybe go around like the 250 range.
You think so?
Yeah, or at least have like 2 different ones. Have
Right.
like a big boy bottle where it's like 400, and then a 200 bottle where it's like, all right, it's not too bad, So
Nah, that's what's up.
yeah, because there's a lot of people who are in the who consume from dispensaries and they don't want to get too smacked.
Yeah.
Like they'll get 2 pre-rolls and they'll smoke half a pre-roll, put it out, smoke the rest of it tomorrow. And respect to them,
Right.
But it's just like
Respectfully.
understanding the demographic and understanding it's completely different than like selling the product on the street where everybody just wants to get hurt.
Yeah.
Nah. So
If I'm not hurt, it's not working.
let's cap it up for Jay Fresh and EMG Essentials. We're on time, but we're going to be back. So for our radio listeners, we'll be back with Jay Fresh next week. We'll talk a little bit more about the business side or even just more about his experience and how he got here and what to look forward to. And then, this is WICN. You guys have just been infused, and we'll see you soon. Peace.
Peace.
All right. So we're still rolling online. We are still rolling online. So this is where we do our games, bro. So you got an option. You can start with guess your weight, or you can start with the name as many strangers as you can in 1 minute, bro. Which one you thinking?
Guess that way.
Guess the weight. All right, let me grab it. So as you guys know, you got to be careful with this one here, just because. Oh damn, let me see. I don't want you guys to be able to see the weight on here, bro.
No cheating, no cheating.
No cheating, bro. All right, so if you could just hold it like this, that way you won't be able to see. There we go. So we got some Keef. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah, cause Keef is so light.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's dense. It's dense, bro.
Oh, true. Yeah,
It's
it is,
dense
it's
in
a
the
lot.
flower. You know what I mean?
There's a Keef Nugs in there.
Damn.
I've never seen a Keef Nug that dense in my life.
It almost look like a moon rock.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, yo, that it feels like yo, it's actually hard.
I mean, that's how we make them.
How much?
I'm gonna say 16 grams, 17 grams.
16 grams? All right, bet. Yeah, just make sure you hold it by the top, bro.
Might go to full 30. It feels like a pound.
Feels like a pound?
Yeah.
It does, but I'm just like, is it? Like, why is it so dense?
Yeah.
Yo, this all y'all can see. This thing is dense. Look at the nugs in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that.
A pound?
Yeah, I'm just gonna guess a pound.
Word.
Probably way off.
Let me show the people what he's talking about here.
Cause those, yo,
That looked like moon rock.
Here we go, focus.
that was heavy on my arm,
Let
so
me see.
I'm like, that must be. I'm like
that?
holding it like this. I'm like, wait.
Mm-hmm. Got those big nugs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. It probably less.
See, imagine putting that in a bowl. Or
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
One
I
of those
love
nugs?
Keef. Keef is my favorite.
So you say you think it's less than a pound?
I just said a pound. I'm going exactly a pound.
All right, so it's 313 grams, so a little less than a pound, bro.
Oh,
Yeah, because a pound's 448 or 450 depending on who you talk. And yeah, so really, yeah, it's just dense, bro. I mean, if
That
this is
really
a pound of
is
weed,
a pound.
it
Wow,
would-
it felt
yeah.
like it, and I'm like, I didn't think it would be. Yo, I'm in. Yo.
for our viewers, if this was a pound of weed, it would probably be filled somewhere up here. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But really, Keef is the trichomes off the weed. So anytime that you see this, like the sticky resin or the the color other than green, that's the stuff that comes off of cannabis, and it's super concentrated. So where your THC for flower might be anywhere from, let's just say, 15 to 25%, this is going to be anywhere from 50 to 70% THC. You know what I'm saying? As well as the other cannabinoids in it, like, CBD, CBG, whatever it may be.
And what's the value of that? compared
This,
to-
so it's a little bit more expensive. I think we typically get it for like anywhere from $2 to $5 a gram.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like crazy expensive. It's just you gotta buy it in bulk, bro.
Yeah,
like we got like
exactly.
5 other bags of this. You know what I'm saying? So-
Yeah, no, I'm just wondering because like compared to buying a pound of weed, for example,
Right.
it seems like it's a little bit more easier to work with in terms like the Keef in terms of creating things with it. Like,
Right,
You know?
right.
I don't know. It just seems like it. You know.
Well, it depends, bro, because for some people, they could look at that and they don't know what to do with it. You
Yeah,
get what
exactly.
I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
like, we wouldn't be able to put that in pre-roll straight up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because
You
it'll
can dip
fall
it.
right out of pre-rolls. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So,
That's true. Yeah.
for us, it's more or less a raw material, and we use it for exactly what you said, moon rocks. We'll press that. And we'll get the
That's how you make.
that's how you make the that's the hash balls,
the
bro.
hash brown. Oh.
Literally just heat and pressure.
Yeah, you just.
And then that golden color turns to a brown color, and then you just make a ball. You make it into a ball. Yeah, it's the most fire, non-solventless process ever, bro.
That is actually, I like that a lot.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's pretty fire. So shout out to our cultivators who grow a lot of weed and don't do anything with their keef because they end up selling it to us. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think what we can do is talk about your process a little bit more and how you got started in for the next round, how you got started in making the sauce and like what it entails, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe just like, I mean, I know you kind of make your batch before, then you add oil to it, and then you know what I'm saying, you do some math, but just kind of walking the people through maybe the ingredients that you use and all that stuff. Is that cool?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, bet. So let's get into the second half for our listeners. Again, we're gonna dive into for our viewers, I should say, we're gonna dive into our second half of our radio show here.
What up, y'all? You're now listening to Infused Influence, where we're infused by weed culture, cannabis business, and its politics through conversations with special guests. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
All right, we are back with another episode of Infused Influence. I am your host, Ulysses, and today, as of course, still joined with our sixth man of the year.
I'm still here.
Yeah, our clutch man of the year, filling in for Ray Vaughn. What's up, Lori?
How you doing?
Chilling, bro. Chilling, bro. How are you?
Good. We're having some good conversation.
Hell
right?
yeah.
Good talk. So
Yeah, man. No, excited to be back with our guest, Mr. Jay Fresh, EMG Essentials.
What's up? How y'all doing today?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Happy to have you back again for our listeners. WICN here, 90.5. We spoke last week with Jared about his journey into becoming a third place winner in the Cup of Champions here for his more sauce, and just a little bit more into our relationship and how we kept it going for 3 years at this point, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah, time be flying.
Yo, for real, bro. You know what I'm saying? My boy got a baby now, bro. Congratulations on that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, and I think, so we also talked last, with this being your third time on the show, bro. What's up with Grandma, bro? Does Grandma know yet, bro?
No.
She still don't know. Yo, so Lori, when we interviewed him a couple years ago, you were saying how his grandma didn't know that he's like a chef, like a weed chef. I'm like, yo, how you be pushing like the whole brand and your grandma not know? Maybe talk to us about that, bro. What is the deal? Why grandma doesn't know yet, bro?
She looks at weed like reefer.
Yeah.
You know, that's all. When I say that, you pretty much get the gist, you know. And you know, there are certain like CBD creams or topicals I do give her, but we just don't tell her it's like CBD or anything. We're just like, oh, use it, and then she's like, oh, it feels good, it's nice. So we definitely, edge it on her. And some of my family knows for sure, and they're supportive of it. They're just waiting for it to become popular and the brand stand out in New York.
Right.
So that's something we're definitely working on. Hopefully in like the Westchester area. There are a few people that we know.
That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
What part?
White Plains.
Oh,
North White
word.
Plains.
Nice. We're looking at a spot over there in White
Yeah.
Plains.
Oh, okay. Where in White Plains? Do you know the location?
No, I don't know the exact. I don't remember the exact location, but yeah, one of my buddies we went to high school with, he's associated over there. So, we're planning on
a
sending
couple
them
of
back.
those. So.
Yeah.
Nah, that's what's up,
Get
bro.
you some connects if you want extra.
No, that's what's up, bro.
Yeah, and I went to high school out in New Rochelle.
Oh, okay. So you went New.
Yeah.
You was a rival. All right.
Why is that true? White Plains in New Rochelle?
New Road. We rivals for sports.
How many high schools does New Rochelle have? One main one.
One main one, and then they have a few like
private
ones.
schools.
Yeah, I have a couple private.
Same in White Plains.
We just have White Plains High School. We have one private, but it's not as like well known as the other
Right.
private schools. Like some private schools will have huge sports teams and will play us. Or
Right.
would have people that are picked up from our high school to play for a private school, which is interesting. Like
Right.
Stefanak and all these
Yeah.
other teams. So.
Yeah, no, I know Ray Rice is from New Rochelle, I think,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, because I think I'm a little older than both you guys. I remember when MSG popped off, bro, and they used to cover these tri-state, me being from Connecticut, so I would love to see stories. Like No Sean Moreno's a big one. He's from Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Ray Rice is one of the big ones, him being from New York. And not like New York, but like, not New York City, but like, New Rochelle, bro.
Yeah.
So I always thought it was cool. Because honestly, like, you don't really see football players coming out of New York City. They usually from like outside, you know what I'm saying? Like a New Rochelle. You know what I mean?
Upstate New York.
Yeah,
like
bro. Yeah.
Same thing
man.
with the basketball.
Same thing with
players.
basketball,
Yeah.
right? Which is kind of
Got a
crazy to
couple.
think about.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So what what nationality are you, bro?
I'm African American.
But like the like descent, you know?
No, I haven't done like a.
Ah, word, no
genealogy or
doubt.
anything like
Because
that.
I was wondering, like, if your grandmother's like I don't know, Barbadian or like, you know what I'm saying? Like some
Nah,
where
she-
it's a big, like Jamaican, bro. Well, I guess Jamaicans are embrace weed. But you feel what I'm saying, though, bro?
Yeah.
Like if she was like African, bro, where she's like, nah, this is definitely the devil's lettuce, bro. You feel me?
But she's from down south, and so is her.
Ah, that
family.
makes
okay.
sense. What part? What part?
She's from South Carolina.
Oh, word, bro.
Oh,
Same with
okay.
my peoples, bro. Same with my peoples.
Yeah, so I think it's a few generations out there in South Carolina. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. She's one of the reasons why I became a chef, just because like just seeing how people come together, eat, cookouts,
Absolutely.
holidays, stuff like that. It's just like, okay, you can do this and make people feel like this and get
Right.
this type of energy. So it definitely played a huge part.
Nah, that's what's up, bro.
Because she made sure all her kids know how to cook.
Know how to
So,
cook,
yeah.
bro. Is she still cooking? Your
Yeah.
grandma? Oh, that's what's up, bro.
Yeah,
That's-
especially if she knows I'm going to New York, she'll like try to whip up
Shout
some
out to
oxtails,
grandma,
some red
bro.
rice.
She got that southern hospitality.
Yeah, for real.
Built in.
What's her specialty, bro? She making some greens, bro.
Oh yeah, she makes some fire collard greens,
Mm-hmm.
oxtails, some red rice, and she usually will put like turkey bacon or like some beef bacon.
Oh,
in
of
it.
course. Yeah.
What we doing for Thanksgiving?
Yeah. I'm saying.
But
Yeah.
she throw it down. Her mac and cheese is on point.
Oh, yo. Yeah, I feel that, bro.
Yeah, because she's from down south, so she makes it like a mac and cheese pie. Like that's my chef way
When you
of
bake it,
explaining
yeah.
it. Is like it's like a quiche almost.
Right.
Like the way they add the milk and the cheese and all that stuff, opposed to making a cheese sauce.
Right, right.
So that's why
I
like
like that
this
better.
southern one is like easier to cut like a pie.
Yeah,
Absolutely, bro.
Like a lasagna almost. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I love that.
And it's baked, like
yeah,
Lauren
yeah,
said,
so
right?
that's
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah. We right around the corner from Thanksgiving,
I
bro.
didn't even know mac and cheese could be made the sauce way
Did you?
until like like I was an adult. Like, I was like, what is this?
This is so different.
Like it's like the Kraft mac. I thought like Kraft mac and cheese was a unique thing. I didn't know people actually made
That's the
mac
normal.
and cheese like that. I'm
That's
like,
the
what?
normal way.
Yeah.
AKA, I hate to say it, with a lot of our listeners here, but that's how the white people cook their mac and cheese.
Hey, I mean, cook it how you want. Just please season your milk sauce. We're gonna do whatever your cheese sauce, just
Yeah.
season that, please. That's all you gotta do. Like,
Yo, that's hilarious, bro. No, that's what's up. So yeah, so you got the love from cooking from grandma, bro. So when did the whole like I guess weed become a part of it? And you told us last episode a little bit about realizing that it was taking a turn, and you wanted to kind of introduce, cannabis and cooking together. However, like, what was that journey like to get to where you are now? Essentially, like, a lot of experimenting.
Yeah, very. A lot of experimenting. The cool thing about like making edibles from concentrate is once I realized it's easier to pinpoint milligrams and dosage, and you don't have to use as much, or it's just not. It's a long process making weed butter.
Right.
You know, like that's
Oh,
why
yeah.
they have all the handheld machine. You plug it in, it sits there 6-8 hours. So once I realized how you can make edibles with concentrates and hash oils and stuff like that, it was like, okay, this is better. It's easier to pinpoint milligram doses because early when the industry started growing, especially on the East Coast, that was everybody's biggest thing on edibles. What's the milligram? What's the dosage? When they didn't know nothing.
yeah, they,
It was nothing, no dispensaries out here. That was
Nobody
just-
ever asked her.
Yeah, it was just the topic of conversation. Like, oh, what's the milligram dosage? And then that's when you see all of those like alternative brands, we'll call them, because I respect the hustle, so I ain't gonna call them fake brands, but where it'll be like a Laffy Taffy, blueberry, raspberry, and it looks exactly the same, but it's 500 milligrams in it. It really isn't. So it's like I understand why people would ask, but yeah. And once I realized that, and I transitioned over to using concentrates and all those types of things, it made life a lot easier. Making edibles, dosing them, stuff like that. It just made everything, and it's easier to blend in. It's not weed butter. Butter doesn't blend well with everything.
Right.
And like a lot of people know when they make some type of edibles, it's just like, ew, why does it look like that? Or
Yeah.
it tastes too much like weed. So
Right.
it
Right.
definitely was. It was a cool transition. It was while I was in college, so it was easy. It was fun. Like having friends, like you said, that you make the edibles, you give it to them, like taste this, taste that. So
Right. Right.
it definitely was a cool journey. And then it was also dope because since middle school, a lot of people knew I wanted to be a chef. So then once they see the transition of me correlating it with weed, now it's like I'm known for the weed, being a weed chef.
Absolutely.
So it definitely, works out in its ways.
Well, that's cool. And for our listeners, we're here back with Jay Fresh with EMG Essentials. I'm gonna clap it up for Jared for sure. You guys hear me interchange Jared and Jay Fresh. Because Jay Fresh is what I see on the emails, bro.
Nah, yeah. Shout out to the childhood emails.
Communication name Jay Fresh. I got an email from Jay Fresh.
That's his email. That's his AOL name, bro.
Jay Fresh at AOL. You still got AOL too. Mine's NY Lorian.
That's hilarious, bro.
Nah, yeah. You know, certain things you just gotta keep.
Yeah, this
I'll
is the
just,
OG.
like, I'm keeping this.
No, that's what's up, bro.
We made it this long and this long.
From
with it.
dial-up.
Yeah.
From the whatever sounds it used to make when you launched it.
Yo, so tell us about the ingredients for the sweet heat, bro, and the process of producing it.
So the ingredients. So for most of my sauces, I try to keep it as fresh as possible. Instead of using sugar in all of my sauces, I do use honey or agave, because I know some of the vegans might not like if you use honey. But so what? It's all right. But yeah, I use that as my sugar substitute. So this has also apricot jam, some sambal, which is like a chili garlic, and it also has some, garlic, some ginger, stuff like that. I love Asian food, and my biggest reason why I love Asian food is because of the sauces. I feel like they have the sauce game on lock.
Yo, Asians got
Like,
the sauce
Money,
game.
man.
Yo, because like if you think about a Chinese store, it's not the biggest, it's not the fanciest, but their sauces is like that's why we love the General Tso's or however you pronounce it.
Yeah,
The sesame
Tso's
chicken, like
The
the
Kung Pao chicken.
boneless spare ribs.
When you go to hibachi, they give you like 3 different sauces.
Yeah, you don't even know which one it is. Dipping it all. I don't even ask. I'm like, I bet.
Exactly. And for me, also, I don't like mayo or like dairy sauces.
Yeah.
So that's why I really love like Asian or like hot sauces, just because it's just a different profile. Like I don't like ranch, don't like mayo, don't like Caesar, but I'll make it. I'll make it. It comes out great.
Yeah.
But for me tasting, no.
Yeah,
I'll eat my
so you don't
salad
like
like
that
by
creamy.
itself.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely do this. The sweet heat. My starting 5 is a sweet heat, a duck sauce, hot sauce, habanero mango, and a jerk sauce.
Yeah, that habanero mango
Wow.
is what I need.
You need that extra heat, bro.
Yeah, I need that extra heat, bro. I have habaneros in my. I like blend the sauce with So I like to mix things up a lot. So I'll blend it like with like habaneros and onions, and then I'll like throw it into like on top of my pot, like different things.
Lit.
Right.
Okay.
What
why
are
I
the
like
What are the effects that you get when you use? Is it a relaxation? Like, is it body high?
For me, I guess edibles are so different based off of not only what you like the form of consumption. Like I've noticed sauces and liquids are way different from like solids, where solids are like slowly digesting in your system, where liquids go through your body really fast.
Oh, so this
hits you a lot faster than normal edibles. Yeah. So you're gonna get hit because your body's just gonna it's already broken down for you.
Right.
It's like so I think that's what's really cool about these, where it's like, okay, the hard part for me about edibles is that sometimes like I'm looking for the relief right now. I don't need to be high 5 hours later.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of why I like the sauce. I fell in love with it the second I tried it. So I was like, oh, word, this is how I'm doing my edibles.
Nice.
What's
Thank
up.
you.
That's what's up. So we're gonna take a quick break. You know what I forgot, fellas? We didn't do the name the
know.
strain game. So while we take this break for our WICN listeners, we're gonna play the second half of our game here, where our boy Jay Fresh has to name as many strains as he can in 1 minute. And for our internet listeners, you guys just stay tuned, and we'll be back. WICN. This is Infused Influence. All right, so let's get into it. It's pretty simple, bro. Just name as many as you can in 60 seconds, bro.
Yep.
You got the clock?
Yep. Timer
Alright,
starts
cool.
when second you say one. The
Unless
first
you have
one.
any questions, bro.
Nah, no questions.
All right, cool. Let's get it
Nerves.
going.
It's like you gotta stand strong.
Yeah.
Ready, set, go. Gorilla Glue Floor, GMO, Purple Haze, Green Crack, Biohazard, Star Dog, Purple Chem Dog, Sour Diesel, Blue Dream, shucks, shit, damn.
You got this, bro. You're at 11. Keep going.
Wow. You try to keep going
30
before this
seconds.
happens.
You got a lot of time. You did a
got
lot,
it.
bro.
Think about new age shit on these dispensary menus, bro. Or what's in the streets.
20 seconds.
Yeah.
Cookies.
Cookies.
Damn.
You got this, bro.
I started so strong.
Yo, you started super hot, bro.
Damn, what did we eat that I bought?
3, 2, 1.
Damn, yo.
Damn.
That was fire.
Yeah,
though.
it
Like the
was,
ones
bro.
you brought up were like,
Yeah.
like I forgot about some of those strains. I didn't even remember some of the. I was like, oh snap, Star Dog,
Yeah.
oh this, that. I'm like, oh. Shit.
Bro, I thought you were gonna go on a cookies tangent, like a cookies, like
Yeah, I
cheetah,
was-
like cheetah piss, fucking. What's Gary Payton, bro? Runts, bro.
Yeah, there's so many cookies out there.
Even just cookies alone, bro.
Cookies and
You know what I'm
cream.
saying? Cookies and cream.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like so many.
No,
I
it's
didn't want to
good.
say. I was gonna say start interchanging the words, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to give you a hit. Like I didn't want to
Yeah.
make it
Who
up
has the
there.
highest score?
This dude, Jerry L, bro. This dude
like
from
32,
Boston. He had
yeah.
32, bro.
32.
Yeah, and then Shorty, I don't know if you ever met her from Rove. Shayla? You ever met Rove?
No.
No?
30.
Yeah, she had like 30. I think it was 30 or 32. She was
oh
up
wait,
there
no,
with
she
her.
might have been tied up. They might be tied.
I think
You're
so,
She
bro.
might be
Yeah.
32. We gotta go back.
Yeah, ill Shorty. She's from Connecticut. She actually
I
from the
gotta make
same
that
hometown as your boy in Connecticut, bro.
Oh, word.
Yeah, bro. She's ill, bro. But yeah, they came in effortlessly, bro.
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm
yo.
gonna be prepared next time.
Yeah, nah, it's cool, bro. It's cool.
Well, when you're in the marketing team for Rove,
Yeah, I know, bro. Yeah, because then she was naming mad Rove strains, bro. Like,
I mean, that makes sense.
smart.
Though.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
working it, right? So,
nah, that's true. But then look at John.
yeah,
We've had over 700 strains here, and he
Yeah,
had a
but
brain
that's
fart too.
different. Like he had a brain fart because he has 700 strains, where she only has to worry about the
That's
ones
true.
she's
Like,
marketing.
20 of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's ill. All right, cool. Let's dive back into it. Yo, and just so you know, bro, I had stopped the recording. So you know how I
Yeah, it's two-
pause
there's gonna
it?
be two
Yeah, it's
separate-
gonna be
okay,
two
so-
different files here. All right, cool. Let me just give it a minute for this the applause to start over. All right, we are back with Infused Influence. This is your host Ulysses, and I am here with Jay Fresh, of course. Jay Fresh, EMG Essentials. You know what I'm
What's
saying?
up? How y'all doing today?
Jared, and then Lorian's here too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you always here. You always
Yes, sir. Whether he's behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying,
in front of the camera.
or in front of the camera, filling in for Rayvon, who also just had a baby too, bro.
Congrats,
Yeah,
congrats,
man.
congrats to the
Everyone having
children and the
kids.
newborn.
Yo, for real, bro. All these major Bloom kids, bro. I was just
Oh,
telling
no.
my mom because they got the same. So Camry had a baby last year, and Rayvon had a baby this year, and they're literally born on the same day. Yeah.
That's funny.
I'm like, yo, we gotta make that a major Bloom holiday, like, you know what I'm saying? Because there's some
That is
of the only, if I could think correctly, like the only kids that were born like after we got open. Like my youngest son was born in 18, but we weren't open. Like I had started the business, but we weren't open.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like thinking about being open from 2021 to now, like just these are kids that are being born now. It's like crazy, bro. Like, the industry babies, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're back with Jared. We were just talking through the ingredients used for the sweet heat, his story a little bit with getting into edibles and his story as a chef. And let's talk about the future, bro. Maybe even present and future. So you mentioned getting into the Harvest Cup, I believe.
Yes, yes.
Which talk us through that. When is the date for it? Because I actually, honestly don't even know.
November 8th is actually the date of the ceremony per se. I think Saturday is flower, and then Sunday is all the other categories, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's definitely cool. They're one of the competitions with a lot of categories. I think flower's usually broken down into like 4 or 5 categories itself: indica, sativa, hybrid, pre-rolls, so on and so forth. So we entered for the syrups, sauces, and condiments.
Oh, that's ill,
So,
dude. That's ill, bro.
Yeah, you're right. They have a lot of categories. That's
Yeah.
Syrups,
That is
sauces,
cool.
and condiments, bro.
yeah.
That's ill. Who we up against? Do you know?
No, it's all anonymous. Yeah, and this competition also, the packaging was anonymous as well.
Oh,
So
okay.
they wanted you to have no logo, no nothing, just specs and all that details. So yeah, it's definitely exciting. Just because, like you said, before when we tried it out the first time, we kind of missed the mark on like packaging and portioning and stuff like that. Just trying to follow compliance with, without having someone being able to like really walk you through it word for word per se. So it's definitely cool to see some of those competitions that we might have missed out on before that we actually have the chance to enter. And as I said, we placed third, so it's definitely cool, and it's a cool feeling. It's certain things don't settle in the moment. It might take a week for me, and it's just like, oh, like you just drop me like, oh shit, yo, we just placed.
That's what's up.
It's definitely a great feeling.
No, that's what's up, bro. So what is the process of entering, and then do you know the process of I guess judgment? You kind of touched on it a little bit, but having like no labeling on it and like kind of just keeping it easy for the judges to not have a favor based upon like seeing a dispensary or a cultivator or manufacturing, I should say. So did they walk you guys through that at all?
No, they'll send you like competition details, and it's pretty self-explanatory. As I said, every competition's a little different. So there's some of them that have judge kits, so you'll have to have a lot more samples prepared.
Gotcha.
And they will tell you to care about packaging. Some competitions I've seen, especially in Rhode Island, the branding package, like you'll have your packaging, but they'll cover it out. So it's blank, so they can't see the logo. So as you vote, it's all anonymous and stuff like that. Most of it is just taste testing. As I said, if they're doing a judge kit, a lot of samples. If it's just like a judge team or a judge board, then it's probably like 10 samples, 15 samples. And then usually the ceremony is at least probably like 2 months after you submit the entries. And it's cool. They give you about a week to 10 days to submit your entries. It's definitely a cool experience. It's definitely cool to see which ones we missed out on, and we'll be able to, like you said, the NCAN one that's bigger than the Cup of Champions one, being able to enter that this upcoming March, stuff like that. We do plan on within around the new year doing 2 flavors, so doing the sweet heat and then doing the duck sauce, like I said, just so people who can't tolerate heat can actually be a part of the brand and actually interact with our sauces and stuff like that.
No, that's what's up. Do you know who the judges are?
No, not at all. But at the Cup of Champions, we actually met a couple of the judges, but one of them, he makes vegan, gluten-free, edible cookies. He does like chocolate chip cookie bites.
Right.
He does like a raspberry tart. Oh, I forgot the brand, but he's pretty cool. He's in a couple magazines as well. He had like displayed while he was out there, and he said he tried the sauce and he was like, "Yo, it's really good. It's fire."
Really good, bro. So are they judging based upon and this is just a general question, taste profile, or is it effects, or a combination of both?
Combination of both. So taste of it. How much it tastes like weed, if it doesn't taste like weed, the flavor of it as well, flavor profile, the effectiveness. So a lot of these competitions will promo to make sure that the edibles are at least 50 milligrams, just because some of the judges might have a higher tolerance. So you don't want to go too low, and then they're like, oh, I don't feel the effects, and then you end up losing points. So that's one thing I've seen consistently is like the 50 milligram being like the minimum at least. Portion size, they say it's like up to you. The one thing I will say is they definitely are on point with like the specs of it, because some people, if they prepackage a bunch of weed and they have 400 units and they want to enter a competition, you might not want to change the bagging or the labeling of each unit. But that's one thing that I've seen consistently with a lot of competitions is making sure that if you have 100 milligrams, but we only need 50 milligrams, or you're submitting 50 milligrams, your packaging says 50 milligrams. Because a lot of people try to, just use what they have, take some gummies out and be like, all right, it's 50 in here, but the packaging still says 100.
Right.
So it's definitely cool. I definitely want to get a feel for being a part of a judge kit for sure, just to seeing a wide customer base, try it out, and being the judges of it and stuff like that.
So you're saying that you would want to be a judge at some point?
Oh yeah, I definitely.
Oh, what's up, bro? I think you would be a great judge, bro. Sauce. So yeah, this is again, guys, Infused Influence here, WICN. We're here with Jarrett J. Fresh. Talking through the nuances of not only making edibles, but making a sauce, a sweet heat sauce, and infusing it with cannabis oil. So it's a novelty, man, for real, bro.
Yeah. I actually got the inspiration for the sweet heat from Popeye sweet heat, because they came out with the sweet.
I'm not gonna lie, I love their sweet. Oh, sometimes I'll go to Popeyes just to get the sweet heat package.
For real, they have sweet heat, bro.
Yeah.
I was just there
So
with my
good.
kids for the first time, and the gravy recipe must have changed from like 10 years ago because I haven't been to Popeyes in a minute. And the gravy seemed a little thinner than it used to be.
Yeah, it's a lot thinner now.
You know? I mean, it's good. It just tastes different.
Try and save some money.
Save some money, bro. That's crazy, man. So that's where the inspiration came from.
Yeah, I had the sweet heat. And I'm like, wow.
That's why I
this is
liked it so
on
much.
point.
That's why I liked it so much. I was like, every time I'm like, I'm only gonna get Popeyes because I just want some of the sauce. Like, I'll just get the smallest amount of food, and I'll just even when I order online, 10 packages.
Yeah. That sweet heat's on point. But as I said, I try to use honey or agave instead of using like high fructose corn syrup and stuff like that.
Right.
So at least it it's not too bad for your health.
Right.
It just depends on what you eat it with. But as I said, the great thing about it is you can eat it on anything. And if you're vegan or you're a vegetarian, you can put it on your vegetables. You can put it, mix it and match it.
And you can mix it around with stuff too. That's what I love about the sauces is that they're
Versatile,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly. You can literally make a new sauce with it or put it on something. Use it as a dip or use it as like your tomato sauce. Put it in your tomato sauce for your pasta. Like there's so many things you can do.
And I feel like since it's so versatile, people like almost like the strand game. People know strands, but you space out on the moment. So they're like, but what do you put it on? And I'm like, it's a sauce. Like, whatever you want to put it on.
Yeah, matter of fact, you don't even have to put it on anything. You can drink it if you want
Yeah,
to.
like, dare yourself.
But is it that spicy though? Is it that like?
No.
It's not super
It's not
spicy, right?
spicy.
Because
No,
it's
I make
sweet
it spicy.
and
Yeah.
So it has the heat where it builds, but it builds and it stops.
Right.
So I always try to create the heat where it builds up, where you know it's there, but it stops, so you can keep eating it. Because
Right.
that's a lot of people's issue is it's strong, but it's hard for them to stop eating it.
Right.
Because it's just like, damn, like I don't want, like he said, I don't want to be high for 6 hours,
Yeah.
but it's so good. I keep eating, and then I realize, oh shit, I ate too much.
Yeah.
So that's why like we're trying to figure out as a brand just like that perfect balance.
Right.
Where maybe it's a 6-ounce bottle, but instead of it being 400
400,
milligrams, it's
250.
or maybe 200, where you'll get the effects,
Right.
but you still get to at least dibble and dabble
Right.
and not get too crazy.
Right. No, that's super important, especially if we think about price point too. Like, because the more cannabis you use, the more expensive it gets. At the root of it, the base ingredients are going to remain the same.
Exactly.
It's just about how much science you're putting into doing those ratios, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And, what it mixes well with, like, is one of the hardest parts about making a sauce. Because from my experience back in college, I used to just take my nugs, heat up some oil, leave them in there. But I didn't use the oil for like gummies or anything like that. I would use it for like eggs and things that cooked in oil, so that way like it didn't keep all that flavor, like all the whatever you call it, the way it tastes like weed when you just put it in there.
Yeah.
How do you what process do you do to make sure yours tastes so good and get away from that? Like, did you specifically plan that out, or is it?
No, it was actually something I realized once I started making transitioning to making edibles
From
with
concentrate,
concentrates.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Oh,
it just
so it's the concentrate.
yeah,
You
because
said that
it's
earlier.
the plant matter that has the heavy flavor,
Mhm.
and it's like a lot. There have been some weed butters and stuff like that I've had, and it doesn't taste too much, but it's still there.
Yeah,
But it's
okay.
like with the concentrates, like people might only know it's there when they burp or
Yeah, I
something
see.
like that.
Okay.
And yeah, it's definitely a big difference. And as I said, the beauty of it is it's easier to mix with a lot of different products.
Yeah.
Opposed to butter is a higher fat
Yeah,
and it's
it's
just
harder.
a lot different consistency.
Yeah.
So it definitely works out using the oil for sure.
Yeah, if you think about distillate, even just looking at it, I mean, you might know what it is, but if you smell it, it really doesn't smell like weed.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I think we had ended up getting like a liter of distillate. And I don't know how much you put in for this batch, but yeah, I mean, distillate itself is not necessarily like you said, like the plant matter that gives you that taste.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it might be high in THC.
Yeah, it's like straining out and getting
everything
rid of-
else.
and getting rid of the plant part. So
Right.
whenever I cooked with weed, I would kind of think it was like oregano or something, like So I would
Right.
I'll cook it with things that taste good with oreganos, so
Right.
it wouldn't matter.
Right.
So that's why I'm always like, how did you do that?
Yeah, no, it's the concentrate for
Yeah,
sure.
okay, it's
bro.
definitely okay.
So we're coming close on time, bro. Is there anything for our listeners that you feel that you can educate them on? And I just want you to picture maybe 55-year-old person that loves jazz music, 'cause that's the type of station that we're on, right?
Nice.
But yeah, so like just in terms of like education around Basically cannabis edibles and the sauce and the work that you've done over the years?
I would definitely say the sauces is a cool, different social consumption experience. It's great for all demographics, especially if you're older crowd, because you might not get high and pig out. Maybe you made 6 dumplings or 8 dumplings for you and your wife. You just put a little sauce, dip. It's relaxing. It's nothing that people notice because some people when they're consuming socially, they also want to be inconspicuous as well. So it definitely adds that blend in factor. And I would definitely say, definitely give it a try. Because it's something like we've all explained a lot. It's definitely versatile, and you can use it for many different ways, many different cultures as well. It's not only, even though it's Asian-esque or inspired, it definitely translates to other cultures and flavor profiles. Like every culture makes different fried chicken. Or you make chicken cutlets or, whatever the case may be. But I bet you pair that type of chicken with this, it'll go crazy, especially with the holidays coming up. So, if you're looking for a holiday gift or something to change up or hook up the cousin's table at Thanksgiving or Christmas, I would definitely say get a couple bottles for sure, just because it'll be a great addition. Like you got turkey, lamb, pork, beef, whatever. This at the table would definitely elevate the whole table.
Yeah, that's what's up. You just made me think about we should come up with like a top 10 ways to use the sauce. Dumplings, bro. Dumplings for sure.
Dumplings. Oh my goodness.
Right, pho, bro.
Yeah,
There's so many versatile. It's not even the right way to explain it, bro, because it is truly could be used in so many different settings, bro.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I
that's
mean?
what I said about like when people first hear about it, they're like, "So what do you use?"
Yeah, right. It's like you're not thinking, bro.
Yeah.
You can use it on anything.
endless.
Yeah, for real.
You just gave me an idea with that now. I'm going to go to that. The Momo place in the market?
Yeah.
That's some hits, guys. Yo,
Yeah, let's go.
You got to come to Major Bloom, get this more sauce. Then you're going to go down to the market. You're going to go to Momo's place, and you're going to get either the fried ones, but they have the crazy chili ones, but I think that's too much with that. So I would just get the fried ones and dip that in.
Let's go.
Bomb.
And it's also perfect for travel.
That's
like
true.
going on a dry, it's not big. It's small, fit in your purse. Because there's some people out here that still carry hot sauce in their purse, their car.
Yeah, that's great. So you guys heard it first. This is Infused Influence. We're here with Jared, EMG Essentials, Jay Fresh. We don't appreciate you for being here, bro.
Thank you for the opportunity again. I appreciate it. Yes.
Of course. And you guys have just been infused. Peace.